So my class is over and it went amazing. Thank you to everybody that showed up tonight. I am blessed, honored, and truly, truly, truly appreciative of the people that showed up tonight. So with that, we're going to start with a little passage from the 5 love languages. A question that's in here that I've been inclined to read from Spirit is it possible to love a spouse who has become your enemy? But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. Do to others as you would have them do to you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. So with that, we are going to do a love collective reading. I felt inclined to read that. I had opened up to the book and Spirit said, turn your camera on. So now let's get a love reading for the collective. Somebody in the collective needed to hear that. What fell into my lap? But the 10 of Cups. That is a beautiful way to open this up after that. So 10 of Cups is about happiness, wish fulfillment, family. We got Temperance. We got the 4 of Cups. Temperance is your angel guards are watching you. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. So the fates of the worlds is turning in your favor. 4 of Cups is feeling disconnected. So in the true tarot, the 4 of Cups is when he's looking at the 3 cups in front of him and he's not paying attention to that 4th cup. All I could say is to my collective who's watching this, look up at the 4th cup. I say that all the time. Stop dwelling on the 3 cups and what you've lost. Look up at the 4th cup. We got the 10 of Wands and the Fool. Somebody has a new beginning in love. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's coming into their divine Queen of Pentacles, which is the feminine. Queen of Swords, which is a cutthroat, it says on here. Sorry, I just saw that. I thought that was kind of funny. Cutthroat energy, meaning they pull no punches. 2 of Cups is divine union, soulmate energy. So there is definitely a divine soul connection here. So the Wheel of Fortune is fate, taking fate. We have Judgment that came up. That is all about awakening. And let's go to, I have here messages of love. So this is all a divine message of a new relationship forming. Somebody's been stressed out. You know, the 10 of Wands is, again in the tarot, it's having the wands on their back. 10s are about endings, so new beginnings can start. So something has to end in order for new beginnings. And we have 10-10 here. 10s are completions. So this is definitely a divine union, because, ooh, this is a new beginning. Pick up the cards to hold in my fingers. Oh, there's definitely a new love here brewing for whoever's watching this in my collective. And let's get a defining love confirmation. Oh, that card just flipped out. Yep, we have reunion. So there is a reunion in love. Don't wait, run, it says. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Unexpected outcome. It's what you would least expect. Things don't always go as planned. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. Somebody's feeling a little guilty. You know what? What we talked about in my class, my master class of dating tonight, Somebody's been dishonest. Listen, we've all gone through stuff, and I think that's why Spirit had me read that. Everybody has gone through something in their life, and we discussed that in my class tonight. We've all been through something in our lives. I come from a singles group here on Long Island. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a past. Everybody has done something at some point. But the best way to get through something is communication. I don't want to chase anymore. Oh, look at the dragonfly. Dragonfly actually came up in my charms. Understanding. You know, one of the biggest things I'm going to talk about right now, I'm not even going to use my cards anymore. This is going to come straight from Spirit. Communication. The 5 love languages is communication. Don't assume that you know how somebody's going to react. And that comes from a book that was given to me by a gentleman. Never assume. It's one of the 4 assumptions. Agreements. Sorry, 4 agreements. Communication is everything. Learning how to communicate with somebody, learning how to truly, truly speak to somebody is the savior in every relationship. And it is something I talked about in my masterclass tonight. Communication is everything. Learning how to communicate, whether it be in a job, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in a friendship, whether it be in family, communication is everything. When you know how to communicate with somebody, you can be the dumbest person or the smartest person on the planet. It doesn't matter. If you can communicate clearly, you are golden. Absolutely 100% golden. Because if you can communicate clearly how you feel, even if you've done wrong, I've done wrong by people, and you can accept my apology, you cannot accept my apology. That is on the other person and truly how they feel. We've all made mistakes in lives. I've made thousands of them. Some of them I regret. Some of them, there's nothing I could do to change how somebody feels. You could say your apologies, and they could accept it, or they could not. And that's truly on the other person. I'm going to use this book. I'm going to see if we can get a passage. Let's see if we can get something. Actually, the Lewis Hayes. You can heal from your life. Mental house cleaning. Now it is time to examine our past a bit more. To take a look at some of the beliefs that have been running us. So there you go. Mental house cleaning. Get rid of it. Stop with the limiting beliefs. I'm not enough is a limiting belief. Where it came from. A father who repeatedly told him he was stupid. I literally just what I read in this book. He said he wanted to be successful so his daddy would be proud of him, but he was ridiculed with guilt. We've all been through stuff where our past and our parents, and we talked about that in my class too, shamed us for the things we did. My father never complimented me a day in his life. Not once. And when he did, the one time I cracked a joke with my girlfriend Lisa, and I said, watch, my father's never going to compliment me. And when he did, we 2 of us started laughing. And I think he said, wow, that was great. And I almost fell over because my father never complimented me a day in my life. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I hope to find a man one day to treat me the same way and know that they're worth it just as much as I am. And just because our parents didn't treat us right doesn't mean that we can't find love to treat us the way we want to be treated. And it's the whole reason why I'm the coach that I am, is because I want to teach to people that we don't have to live in the demise of what our parents brought us up in. And I hope this resonated with somebody. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear back from you. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Love you all.